Hi, Biostats classmates. My name is Victor Benavides. I'm just going to dive right in. Only got 6 minutes. I tend to ramble. Again, my name is Victor Benavides. Um, I'm from Pittsburgh, Indiana. I have the questions pulled up right here, which is why I keep looking off to the side. Um, I'm from Pittsburgh, Indiana. It's in Hendricks County. Those of you not familiar, Indianapolis is within Marion County, and the county directly west of that is Hendricks County. That's where I grew up. That's where I live currently, though I do live in Avon, Indiana now, which is probably like 20 minutes southeast or so of Pittsburgh. I have a wife and two kids, two cats, and a new puppy. I'll get into them a little bit here. Uh, Undergraduate degree was a bachelor's in kinesiology with a minor in psychology. I got that from IU of Bloomington from 2012 to 2016. I am a first year master's of public health student, and my areas of research and academic interests fall within health administration, epidemiology, and environmental health, probably in that order. And with environmental health, I'd say specifically community enhancement. I like the idea of finding a rundown community, trying to build up that community, find ways to effectively build up that community, keep it sustaining, and look at how that affects the health and well-being of the residents. What I currently do, I'm in social work with the Department of Child Services. It's rewarding in many ways. It's draining in many ways. I enjoy it in some ways. I don't enjoy it in others. But obviously, I'd really like to make the shift into public health. So this summer, I'm going to try to find an internship to make that step forward. And once I get my master's, obviously, I want to find an entry-level job. So moving into that, future academic and career goals, I'm on the 2-year track for the master's program. So with 5 semesters left, I hope to find myself in an entry-level operations position within a department for a major hospital. Not particular in which department I'm in, but obviously I want to be in a major hospital, and I do eventually want to find myself in a senior level position, kind of running a management team. This course, it's biostatistics. I'm not really experienced with statistics, but I do understand the significance of statistics. I recognize that, and I think that gaining a baseline level of biostatistics would come in handy regardless of the route I decide to take. How I spent my summer, it's been a little while since summer, but I really just spent it at home or in Michigan. When we have some free time, we kind of go up to Michigan. My wife doesn't get to see her family as much as she'd like to, so we try to get up there as much as we can. So that's pretty much what my summer was. Hobbies and leisure interests. So I'm a bit of a history nerd, I guess. So I actually lately I've been watching some short YouTube videos on World War I, World War II, and the Revolutionary War. So there's that. I also enjoy sports. Football's my favorite. Basketball, very close second. I would say NFL over NCAA and NCAA over NBA for those who care. And I really enjoy spending time with my family as well. Interesting tidbit about myself. This past semester, I volunteered with the Hearts and Hands of Indiana. Admittedly, it was for a project for MPH 590, but the work I did and the work they do, it really resonated with me. So I'm actually making plans to volunteer again this spring and to kind of keep that ongoing because it was actually a lot of fun. If you're not familiar with Hearts and Hands of Indiana, they're relatively new. They're still pretty small for that reason, and they're focused within Western Indianapolis right now. But they go and buy rundown and repossessed homes. They completely flip them and they sell them to low socioeconomic families and individuals, and they often take a pretty serious cut. So they're not even in it for the money. It's all about helping others. It's really cool. So 3 things that are important to me. I do have to use my phone for this, so I apologize. But right here we have my wife Taylor and my 2 kids. JC is the youngest. Estella is the oldest. We call her Ellie. I'm separating wife and kids, so this is 2 separate ones. And to kind of help with that, here's a newer picture of Estella and JC. Estella is 3, JC is 1.5. And my family's pretty much everything about my life. Then the third would be Wesley. It's very crazy how this happened. So we got Wesley about 2 months ago, and about a month after, no, I'm sorry, we got her about a month ago, and about a month prior to getting her, I had a friend pass away, a very, very good longtime friend pass away in a car accident. His name was Wesley. She shares his birthday, which I thought was insane, and we named her Wesley. Two E's at the end to make it more feminine, but uh, there's that. So I decided to pursue a master's. Master's is the new bachelor's. Bachelor's used to separate potential candidates. Now it's the master's. I also found a heavy interest in public health, so I want to stick with that. Past experience with statistics is minimal. 2013 was the first and only stats course I took. To expectations. After reading the first few pages of the textbook, I really liked the focus on providing a completely fundamental foundation on which to build, so I expect to get a really good grasp of that. And I also expect Dr. Spells to make the intensive weekend very interesting, so there you go, Dr. Spells. You have some pressure and don't disappoint. Then my areas of interest, policy and legislation. I'd like to see how those play a role in healthcare equity. All right, thanks for listening.